And today we're just gonna be making Clover Valley mac and cheese, shelled cheese here. Here's the instructions on the back. I don't know if you can see that too good. But this is Dollar General brand Clover mac and cheese. And what I'm going to be doing is summer sausage. As you can see right here, I've been chopping up off camera some summer sausage. See, what I've been doing is cutting it up into rounds and then cutting it up into fours and then the little. Basically, I've been cutting it up like this and then cutting the little chunks in half. And what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be boiling up some water, making the mac and cheese, and then I'm going to be adding the summer sausage to the mac and cheese when it's fully cooked. Now, some people would say, oh, why don't you use like beef or chicken? Well, the reason why I'm using summer sausage is because usually you can get summer sausage pretty cheap than beef or chicken, you know. Sometimes, not always, but because you can, and plus summer sausage, see, you don't really need to refrigerate like you do ground beef or chicken. So if you're somebody that's homeless, living on the streets, you know, and you got a way to build a fire and boil up water, you can simply make this meal. That's another reason why I'm doing this. Now, I'm not doing some hobo still try to build, you know, I don't have the wood on my property to shut up my fire pit and do it over a campfire. But there's what I've been doing. And then what I'm going to do is, I'm going to fry this up on my griddle. Kind of just heat it up, basically, and kind of brown it up a little bit on the griddle. And then over here, I'll heat up the shell mac and cheese and stuff and show you that process. I'll wait on that. But well, that's all I'm going to do is just simply kind of brown up this summer sausage. Now, you could just simply boil up the mac and cheese, cook it, and then just chop up the summer sausage. This is, again, that Bridgford summer sausage, that common that you see everywhere in the beef jerky section. And again, the reason why I'm using summer sausage is because this is something, if you was homeless, living on the streets, and you had a way to build a campfire or something, and the way to boil up water, basically, is you had a little gas stove or something, you could potentially cook this. You could cook this, and with this kind of, with summer sausage, you don't really need to refrigerate it. You know, if you keep it fresh for a few days, you can use it up pretty, you can still cook with it. Because if you buy beef or chicken or stuff like that, even if you buy canned chicken, once you open it, if you don't use it all right away, then it goes bad and then you're kind of screwed. So with summer sausage, you can easily chop this up, put it in a sandwich bag, and still have some for later on if you don't use it right away. Now, I'm only using about half of the summer sausage. I bought one of those 16-ounce 1-pounders. But yeah, we'll come back when this is cooked. A little protection, but there's what the meat kind of looks like. I don't know if you get that very well, but there's what the meat looks like fully cooked. Okay, the water over here is boiling, so grab up the big spoon here, my stir spoon. Again, you want to cook these for about 8 to 10 minutes, the noodles. You know, simply follow the instructions. Here's the instructions again. But simply follow the instructions on the box, and that will tell you how to cook the noodles. And remember, when you're cooking noodles, don't just leave them set. You know, you want to stir them every so often, because if you don't stir your noodles every so often while they're cooking, they'll stick to the pan, and then you'll have problems. They'll stick to your pot that you're using if you don't stir them every so often. So when the instructions say stir occasionally, you definitely want to do that. A lot of times what I personally do is I just simply stir the I just stir them like while they're cooking, I just keep mixing them and stirring them, you know. I don't really walk away from them too much, you know. I don't just set them and then come back every so often. But you want to make sure you stir your noodles so that way they don't stick to the bottom of your pan or something, or whatever you're using to cook on. And for those who never know, this is what the cheese packet looks like when you're all said and done. And then when your noodles are all done and fully cooked, just simply go over to your strainer here and strain the noodles. Now, one thing you don't want to do is, you don't want to rinse your noodles, you just want to drain the water. Drain the water off the noodles, put it back in the dish. Here's what I don't know if you can see that with all the steam, but there's what the noodles should look like fully cooked. And then simply go over here and add the cheese. Take this knife here. See if I can. Oh, my hands are all greasy from that summer sausage. Oh. And simply squeeze out the cheese and then stir it to the noodles. Get this all squeezed out here. Now, the reason why I'm doing this dish again is in case somebody stumbles upon this video who's ain't got a whole lot of money, they might not have good refrigerator system, you know, they might be a homeless person using a local library's computer to look up ideas for cooking. So, and for, well, anybody that's low income, because you can usually get summer sausage pretty cheap. Cheaper than you can beef or chicken. And then on top of that, summer sausage, you don't have to worry about refrigerate. You know, you don't got to worry about putting in a refrigerator or trying to keep in a refrigerated system. So if you're a homeless person, you can kind of just store this in your bag and in a sandwich bag and call it good, you know. And summer sausage lasts a lot longer versus you know, beef and chicken when it's not proper refrigerated. Summer sausage will last a long time. So once you do all that, you know, you want to simply stir your cheese and pasta noodles, your seashells there. You want to stir that up really good. Get it all fully covered, nice and cheesy. Because remember, it ain't easy being cheesy. So. Now, one thing you could do if you're somebody that likes spicy stuff, you could get some of that Cheetos mac and cheese, flaming hot, and some of those, and kind of to make it. Now you stir that up like so. Make sure you get your cheese, and then once you got that all mixed in, then it's just simply do this. Add your summer sausage that you cooked up. And just simply like that. Then mix it all in. Mix it all in like so. And I don't always see that very good, but simply, there's what it looks like. My camera lighting ain't very good, but there's what it looks like. Once you're all said and done, get you a fork. I'll have a fork over here. Give this a try here. It might be hot. There's some. That is good. Yep. And again, the summer sausage I used, it was that Bridgford summer sausage, and real simple use. Matter of fact, I'll probably put the links in the description on Dollar General's, from Dollar General's website, where I got all the stuff, so you can look it up yourself. But these ingredients came from Dollar General, but again, all it is Dollar General mac and cheese and the Bridgford summer sausage. Now, Dollar General sells summer sausage. The summer sausage I got, did not come from Dollar General. Actually, it came from another department grocery store. But the shell mac and cheese obviously came from Dollar General. But again, you can get some of that Bridgford summer sausage. Get if you're really meaty. I might add more meat to this because I might add a little more of the meat to this and make it a little bit more meaty. But yeah, you can basically get two of those little smaller ones, chop them up real fine and mix it up. I made these chunks a little big, but you can make them a little bit smaller when making this. But obviously the reason why I did this video is for somebody who stumbles upon my video who may not have a way to refrigerate leftovers and different things, might not have a way to refrigerate meat, I should say. So if there's somebody that, for one person, this is going to be a lot, but if you're a homeless person, you're living in a homeless camp and you want to help out your buddies, you can get some of this and mix it in with some summer sausage. Because the problem with cooking with beef or chicken or pork or some of them other stuff, you got to refrigerate the meat if you don't use it right away. And with the summer sausage will last a long time in a normal room temperature type situation where you don't got to sit there and worry about it going bad, in a few hours. Because obviously with beef or chicken or whatever, obviously you're gonna your meat is gonna go bad if you don't refrigerate it right away. If you buy the stuff in the plastic wrap and stuff, it needs to be refrigerated, that kind of meat. Now, if you're using canned meat, that's not a problem. You can also use canned meat and mix just canned meat in here if that's all you can find, like canned chicken, canned beef, You can do that as well as canned meat as well, Spam or whatever, but just remember those cans, if you open those up right away and you don't use all of it, and then you gotta refrigerate the rest or it will go bad, and try to keep it cool. But with summer sausage, you can just chop it open, use some of it, throw it back in a little Ziploc sandwich baggie, and it will stay fresh for a very long time, It'll probably, be still fresh for a couple weeks or so. But I don't know how long summer sausage stays fresh for it, but I imagine if you keep it in a cool, just kind of in your backpack, and kind of a cool backpack, you can obviously make it last a long time. It's going to last a lot longer versus opening up a can of meat or buying meat that needs to be refrigerated. So that's why I did this, because you can make this on an open fire. If you got a way to boil up water, you can make this dish. If you can come up with a way to boil 6 cups of water, you can make this dish, because that's all it's great. It's just basic, simple ingredients. All it is just boiling up 6 cups of water for the noodles, stirring the noodles every so often, because it takes about 8 to 10 minutes for the noodles to cook. Once the noodles are fully cooked, all you gotta do is drain the water. You don't rinse the noodles, you just simply drain the water off, and then you just simply mix your cheese packet that came with it in, stir up the cheese, and then add your summer sausage, and then you're good to go. So that's a little cooking video for y'all. If you like this sort of content, hit that like button. If you like this sort of content, hit that red subscribe button down below. Just subscribe to Boomhauer69's channel and share this with everyone you know, and hope you all have a good day. And thank you for watching. And to those people that are out there living on the streets but have a way to access YouTube and stuff, and you stumble upon this video, I hope this helps you in creating a nice baked meal. And even if you're on a budget, you're somebody that's on a budget and you ain't got a whole lot of money, this is a great meal too. Like me, I'm on a budget, so this is a perfect yummy meal. So hope you all have a good day, and thank you for watching this video.